I'm so smart that I almost just like choked on water right before streaming started because I'm so intelligent. Everybody, hi. Welcome to this very impromptu stream. In fact, I never start streaming at 8 o'clock at night, and yet here we are. I don't really know what we're going to talk about, except I have Harry Potter stuff pulled up, but like, besides that, I'm very together. But anyway, hi guys, how y'all doing? Blake thinks I'm lost, but I'm actually not quite lost, but thank you very much. Don't worry about it. And hi, Boss Hog and Vexfear and Andre. Luigi's also here, and he says, I also almost choked with my own saliva on the weekend. That's weird. I question you. Anyway, hi. I thought it said fart lover for a second there. I'm like, that is such an unusual name. Oh, that was you? Hang on, was that you that did that, Havoc? Okay, so yes. Okay, you must be an anonymous person because I was gifted Cosmos cards from an anonymous person. I did say thank you, and I said thank you, kind stranger. So I'm guessing that was you. So thank you very much, Havoc. I did go and place the order. They should be here in a couple weeks. So that's exciting. Hey dude, hi, hey, how y'all doing? Anyway. I really should get back into gaming, but every time I play video games, I can't actually talk with you guys because I have the tisms for gaming. Like, I get so focused, and I'm like, how do you guys game and talk at the same time? Well, you really can't do that. Also, so funny. Very funny. Hee-ha-ha. I'm glad you're making these chat and chill streams. Okay, good. So you guys enjoy these. I feel like I should do more of these more often. Also, I don't know why I'm, like, so low in my camera right now. Zoom, zoom. Ah, not that one. I didn't actually mean it. Damn, I forget. I can't say certain words in front of her. She'll get mad at me. Okay. That's funny. We should play more Celeste. How about now? It's Blabs time. Play Minecraft. I actually don't like Minecraft. Although, ironically, the last time I played Minecraft was basically when Gina Carano got fired from Disney. So it's been a hot minute since I played Minecraft. And I just remember making this giant ass like school bus thing in the clouds with my friends and my friend's server. Like my IRL friends. Yeah, that was like the last time I played Minecraft. I'm not a big Minecraft fan. I don't like it. I don't like the graphics. I'd rather, if I'm going to do like a Minecraft type of thing, I'd rather play something else. There's tons of other types of games like that. Did you just yeehaw? I didn't mean to, Eric. I didn't mean to. Why in the dark? Because I can be in the dark. So I am in the dark. You see how it is? Good day. Good morrow. Yes, everyone say hello to Eric on Rumble. Finish Ace Attorney. I don't want to. What are you doing? What was that? Why are we on position 3? I didn't ask. Position 1. This is very annoying. I love that. That is hilarious. Play a Valheim. No. Blabs is a Hightail fan confirmed. Camera's asking who Eric is. All right there, Rabble Wrangler. Hi. It was like, enhance. Do you have an OBS bot or something? No, I can't tell you guys until like the end of the month. And then I'll be able to tell you guys what's up. Extreme close up. I'm watching Raw with boys on Pin Down. The Stranger Things Raw is not good. I'll tell the guys to say hello. You look like the member of the Green Lantern's corpse because of the green background glow. I mean, I could change it if you guys prefer. My favorite color is actually green. People think it's orange. It's green. My favorite color is green. I'm literally wearing a green vest. I literally have a green necklace on. I have green eyeballs. I like green. Okay, I'll go. What are you doing? I saw you blink. Behave. All right. There you go. That's blue. Bit much, isn't it? Aha, and I'm a Sith Lord. Okay. All right. I'm the biggest green fan. I like your vest and lights. See? Green. You gotta at least finish the second episode of Ace Attorney. You stopped right before it got really good. The camera decided to do a dental inspection. I'm glad I brushed my teeth right before going live in case that happens. Because I'm like, yo, this camera can super zoom. You are a Slytherin. I'm actually not a Slytherin. I'm a Gryffindor. Ironically, as it is. Yeah, that's why everyone say hi to Eric on Rumble. Are from Slytherin. Nope. Rip the green lights. Well, you guys were all like, oh, she's green. It's green. What are you doing? I'm just gonna, look, I'm gonna do this. You can see my hands, everyone. Position 1. Oh, she hates me now. Position 1. God. So frustrating. Why? Anyway. Gosh, okay. So anyway, hello everybody. We're here now. I don't really need the vest on, actually. I had the vest on because I was cold, but now every time I stream and I close my doors, it starts to get hot in here and I don't have the fan on. Okay, we're better now. The dinosaur hat is messing with your web camera? What dinosaur hat? There is no dinosaur hat. I don't have any dinosaur hats behind me, or in front of me, or next to me, or anything. I'm helping. I can't even finish that because I'm afraid she'll get triggered somehow. Gotta sleep. It's late in PR. I was just doing a favor, but peace, you freaks. All right. Well, thanks for the Cosmos cards, and I appreciate the tips for crowdfunding for my tower. Thank you very much. Ha ha ha. No, we're not saying it. We're not saying it. We're not doing it. It's not happening. Nope. Anyway, the wall. Okay. Fun fact. I don't like that it shows my wall, so I tried to build like this fort around my camera. So that way, even if it does show my wall, it sees nothing but like a blank. Like a blank thing. I tried to make like a little cardboard thing. What are you doing? Oh my god, it knows I'm talking about it. And it was like, no. Ah! Jesus Christ! Anyway, stop that! Okay. I digress. I'll start again. Anyway, so I tried to build like this cardboard wall around my camera. But the thing is, blinking, stop it! It's very rude. Anyway. Please hold. This is also true. No, Phoenix loves the camera angles. He thinks, I was just talking to him. He thinks it's amazing. Don't let her reveal the secrets. Okay, so I was trying to make a fort, but I realized that this fort would have to stick out so far ahead of my web camera on my tower, my monitor, I should say, because I have a thin monitor, so you really can't put a whole lot on it. So it would stick out, and it would basically like obscure my vision of my monitor, and it would just be in my face, like this cardboard wall around my web camera, so it can't, even if it spins randomly, it can't see anything. Because I don't really like that. That's weird. I don't like that I can't control what it looks at and stuff like that. Like, no. So, yeah. I tried to make a wall and it failed. That's what I was doing before to this morning's live stream after getting the show set up and ready to roll with the boss. I was like, time to be creative, and it failed. Because what I have is I have like these stupid like little fruit stickers that I wanted to go and like stick a bunch of fruit stickers fruit stickers on the cardboard wall. So even if it turned around, it would just be looking at like an orange with a smiley face. But can't do that. So here you go. I'll be streaming from a cupboard under the stairs soon. Yeah, I guess so. Also, like, why is it so short? Like, there we go. You don't need to see my ceiling. I'm glad my nice Marshall camera doesn't have automatic crap like that. Yeah, well, the thing is, it's not out yet, and they're still working on the firmware. So it's buggy right now. But they're working on it. And the thing is, this camera is, like, freaking amazing. It's just got these bugs in the firmware. So once the firmware's solved, then like I'm golden here. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all. That's all I got. It broke the fourth wall. Can you just not return the camera and get a more normal one? I got this for free, actually. So, no, I can't return it. Hello. This time is going to end up like the printer in the office space one day. Nope. No. Although I could actually, we can do 4x. Hang on, ready? This is gonna be 4x for you guys. My nose is over here, home dog. Hi. This is as far as you can go for my nose. I'm glad I don't have any boogers. That's funny. All right. Okay, let me go a little bit down. Okay. I have an OBS bot that has features like that, though, which is why I bought my Marshall camera. Aren't you cool, Kyle? What's up? There's a slut in the YouTube chat. Welcome to Blabs Test Tech. BTT. Yeah. I like how freaking D-Day shows up. It's like a nose stream. What is your favorite pasta dish, and can you give a quick recipe? I really like pesto. Does that count? So you can do, you can just have any type of pasta you want with it. But if you want to make fresh pesto, you're going to need fresh basil. I use walnuts, but you can use like pistachios or whatever. So I use walnuts, olive oil. You're going to need some garlic. I prefer fresh garlic. So you just got, you know, with the garlic, or use garlic powder. You need olive oil and Parmigiano Reggiano. You need lots of Parmigiano Reggiano. And I don't mean Parmesan. Parmigiano Reggiano. Anyway, so you need all that. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna grind it all up. Basically, you're gonna make the walnuts into like a powder, right? So you're gonna cut up all the basil. Everything's gonna be grinded up, you know, kind of like a blender, basically, right? So basil, olive oil, cheese, walnuts, garlic. I think that's really it. That's all you really need. And you just keep... What are you doing? I'm trying to tell a story. That's very rude. How rude are you? Super rude. Anyway, I'm back now. Why are you behaving like this? It's very rude. Stop that. Okay. Anyway. You don't add the ketchup. Ew. Anyway, so you just do that. And then you just, honestly, you can keep adding like olive oil to it. Or cheese, depending on how you want to make the sauce. Like how creamy or liquidy you want to make the pesto. Right? And then that's all done, right? That's it. So once the pasta is boiled, drain the pasta, pour it in a bowl, and then you pour the pesto into it and you mix really, really, really well. And then you can add more Parmigiano Reggiano at the table, which is what I do. Basically, I can go through a whole pound of cheese, like, no problem. Like, Parmigiano Reggiano, that thing's super expensive. Like, a block of cheese is, like, almost $30. It's crazy. But, yeah, you do that. And then, even at the table, if it's still, like, not to your liking, or if it's too dry, you can add more olive oil into it and just mix. So, va bene così? Eccoci. Okay. Anyway. Hiya! Hello, Equestrian. I keep wanting to say Equestrian, but that's not your name. Camera is bored of pasta. That's very rude. Never interrupt an Italian when talking about food. I know! No more recipes. My camera says cut off. Hi, how you doing? I will have to try it out. Yeah, and like again, so use 1 garlic clove. Even then, that's a bit much. Again, basically, do it all to your eye and to your liking, right? You can mix whatever you want. Like, if you want a little bit of garlic in it, maybe somebody in your family is allergic to garlic or whatever it is, or they're sensitive garlic, or they're sensitive to walnuts. Yeah, you can play along with it. Maggie Moo! Hi, Meg. Hi, Meg. I can't even, like, see certain things on Rumble. Hang on a second. My freaking OBS. Hi, Meg. What are you doing? What's new? What's new? All right, let's see this. She's just sending me these hands, so I'm guessing she's liking my pasta sauce. Okay, I want to do that. Perfect. Okay. How Italian are you percentage-wise? I will never tell you. Why are you blinking at me, camera? Behave. Shit. It knows me. You can call me whatever you want. I'm going to call you Equestrian Wild from now on. Good. Can I use the Parmigiano thing you have to make one mean quesadilla? Well, I mean, you can. It's not going to be cheddar, though. Right? So when you make quesadillas, it's usually cheddar cheese, right? It's not the same flavor. So keep that in mind. Yes. Getting ready to trim. Okay, you have fun, girl. I hate raw onions. They ruin every dish. That is the most random comment, but you know what? I'm fine for it. Let's go with that. First of all, let me fix this. This is just chilling down there. Let's do this. Oh, that's really big. Hang on, I can fix this. Let's do this. We're gonna shrink that up like that. I want to make this a little bit bigger. Oh, whatever. Here, we'll go there. Okay, that's better. I think that works for you guys now. Okay. Thanks, Brian. Anyway, okay, Inept Jesus, thank you for the 5. Your thumbnails always make you look constipated. Well, I guess it works because you show up for them. You show up for the constipation and you get none. What does it say about you? Ow, hiccup. Only time onions are good are onion rings. I actually really love onions, especially with just like sauteed or like cooked onions or whatever. Oh my god. Potatoes, onions, and chicken, like, you have my heart. Okay. Hi, this is the second time I've caught the channel live since the Fundathon. It's been a lot of fun. Well, hi, thanks for being here. Anyway, hi, thanks for that. That's a nice comment. French onion soup. You know, I've had French onion soup like once or twice, and I can't say I actually enjoyed it. But maybe I've just not had a very good French onion soup. So, what's your favorite color? Didn't we just do this like 5 minutes ago? It's green or orange. So it's green and then orange is like right after it. So I usually just respond with pumpkin because orange and green are pumpkins, right? So like pumpkin. Yes. Will you marry me? You don't need to. Wow, look at that. This comment made my camera so offended it shut off again. The answer is no. Sorry. Somebody's already asked. All right. My mother always makes her onion soup with a shot of bourbon. Okay. Halloween at Condos. I just call it pumpkin. I love super soft, jammy onions. So good. See? Takes so many hours to cook a good French onion, but it is worth it. I kind of want to try, to be honest. Because I've not enjoyed it. Like, my dad once made me French onion soup. My dad's actually a really, really good cook. Like, so is my mom. I don't know why I said cook, weird. I have an accent now. Cook. Okay, my parents are both really good cooks. They do different dishes and stuff. But yeah, he made me French onion soup. And the last time, I didn't really like it. But it's been like a very long time since I've had French onion soup too. So maybe I'm an adult now. When I was a kid, I was extremely picky with my food. That's why I'm saying it. Like, I'm less picky now. The proper reaction. I was gonna say pumpkin. I'm on a horse. Are you autistic? Anyway. Pardon la French. Speaking of onions, Mexican taco shops have grilled onions as a side thing to put on tacos. And guess, Blabs, they have cucumbers sometimes as topping also. See, here's the thing. Everyone gives me shit for the whole cucumber thing. But it's all just a bunch of Americans trying to tell me what you can and cannot put in a Mexican dish when I have Mexicans telling me straight up you can. I have a Mexican on speed dial. He's one of my best friends. I literally went to him and I was like, hey, man, is this all right? And he's like, hell yeah, it is. It's refreshing. Born and raised in Mexico, this one is. Just actually caramelize the onions that take the extra time and it's amazing. I love me some onions. Stop making me hungry. I was hungry before I went live and now I'm hungry again. So, grilled onions are... I'm gonna ban this man. All right, refreshing. Cucumbers are refreshing. What, Blake? Do you have a problem with cucumbers, Blake? Yes, you can add cucumbers. Is he legal though? Yes, he did the whole freaking citizenship bullshit. He got all the way through. He did it the right way, motherfuckers. Blabs is pulling the black friend card. I have black friends. I feel like that's gonna get clipped. Oh, I agree. Anyway, hell, what's up? Mexicans do pickled onions. Okay, here's the thing. Are you guys big fans of like Indian food? Because I actually, like, it's my second favorite cuisine. So after Italian, it's Indian food. I love Indian food. And they actually have a thing there called pickle. But it's not pickles. I don't even know how to describe it, but you can put it on, like, chutney or, like, tandoori chicken, tikka masala, whatever, all that stuff. You can put pickle on it. It's, like, almost like a side, but, like, or, like, an add-on, a garnish, or whatever you will call it. And I freaking love it. God, I love it. So good. Was it Phoenix and I actually found an Indian restaurant in Florida last time we were there? Dude, I was in heaven. It was so good. And in fact, this one, he doesn't even like Indian food all that much and he devoured it all. I'm just saying. Onion rings or tempura onions? Why not both? I remembered something else you referred to as refreshing. That's a throwback. Okay. Story time, because Blake's in the chat, and I wish you could go on Discord right now and you could tell them the whole story. So Blake here is my homie. I've actually met Blake in person and everything. He knows where I live. I went to Australia once to visit the guys, and I was in a hotel room when I was watching TV, just to see Australian TV. And there were so many white people in the commercials. That I was like, wow, there's so many white people in these commercials. How refreshing. Because, since 2020, you have to have the mixed race couples or all black or all Asian. There's never just a whole commercial of just white people anymore. It's like they don't exist all of a sudden. So I was like, wow, that's so refreshing. Because after each commercial, it was just white people every single time. I'm like, wow, that's so refreshing. So obviously, as Blake, was there and everything, he was laughing his ass off. So, thanks, Blake. How do you feel about are you trying to say capsaicin? I don't know, capsicum? Bell peppers and tacos? I'm not a big fan of bell peppers. I can't speak English. Bell peppers. Pickled jalapenos are the best. Can't stand curry. Never had Indian food. Wow, you guys are missing out on so much. Naan and butter chicken are the bomb. See, Tony gets it. It's all my second. It is also my second. My first is a mix between German and Irish. I'm not a fan of wet food. Okay, authentic Indian or westernized Indian? There's different. So authentic Indian, because I actually had a roommate straight from India. And she was, like in college, I should say. And she was like born and raised in India, but she was upper class, very, very like wealthy. So educated, showers, polite, and she knew how to cook. We've grown apart. It's been over 5 years and all that. I barely ever hear from her, but like she was my best roommate ever. Loved her. Indian tofu. Nope. Do not redeem. I listen to them in the Harry Potter books. I am not listening to them. I don't even own them, actually. I enjoy Indian food. It's hard to find the real stuff, though. Any good Somalian restaurants in Orlando? I don't know. You love Indian food, you would love the Cooking with Kenzo segment. I've actually not seen this Cooking with Kenzo segment. I'm kind of afraid. Actually, some taco shops give cucumbers as sides because since rashes got too expensive, cucumbers are a cheaper and crispy option they use. Interesting. I wish I was Canadian like my liberal cousins. Why do you wish to be Canadian? Black dads do 90% of daddy, apparently, according to commercials. Refreshing racism, nice! Good memories, says Blake. Red bells are chili, green peppers are not. I hear underdeveloped countries use very hot spices to cover the poor quality, not properly meat. The spice hides the funk of the meat. DI was not counting on Crocodile Dundee. Goes well on pizza. God, you guys are like flying in this chat right now. Oh, a shower. She must have been Indian royalty. Oh, ha ha. No, there's honestly, there's two levels of Indians, right? There's the educated ones and then there's the non-educated ones. There's really no in between. And that's what she was telling me. And this was like 2018, 2019, and that was then. So I feel like it can only have gotten worse now. I've never eaten Indian food besides naan or cheesy naan. You know they're a wealthy Indian if they shower. No one wishes they were Canadian. It's not that great here. Better than Mexico, though. Yeah. Gotta love the Indian caste system. Yeah, it's pretty sad. Did you guys hear that? Anyway. Hiya. Get Sarah Gonzalez on the side. I don't know who that is. India has a class structure that is very distinct. Yes. And not in the best way. I don't think I'd ever want to go to India unless it's like the upper class area where, you know, you're safe and doesn't smell. I remember, guys, years and years ago, this was a thing Chris Hemsworth had said. I don't even remember what he was doing. He was on some PR thing or whatever, promoting some movie or whatever. But I remember him going to India for the first time, and he was like, there's a lot of smells. I remember him saying that. And I'm like, it's a bear breaking in. Sounds like someone's breaking in. Settle down, Dick's just a storm. They have a system that predetermines the wealth of your family, it is said. That's crazy. Particularly in the STEM fields. I don't know what we're talking about. Anyway, it's a filthy country, yeah. Probably promoting extraction. Well, this was years ago. So I don't even know when extraction came out. I don't remember. Anyway. Tony's just spewing a bunch of names. But listen, I'm going to be real with you, Tony. This is my stuff, so I don't do side-scroller talk here. This is like where I chill. If I can be all me, myself, and I. All right. Okay. 2019-ish, then maybe that's it. Maybe he was promoting extraction. Because I don't really see him doing a PR thing for India. There are a lot of Indian women in the STEM fields. Good to know. Okay. Anyway. Now you're just being weird. I think you are autistic. I think. Anyway. Has India ever tried washing? Ew. Anyway. Yeah. Ew. Pivot. I need a pivot button, but I do have a Chandler asset. I knew it. That's it. I knew it. That's all I got for him. Do you have a favorite book, movie, TV series apart from Harry Potter? Favorite book. The book one is always hard to pinpoint. Because I always like judge a book based on like if it's so gripping and I just can't put it down and I need to know what happens next. And there's a few of those that have happened over the years. I read Belgravia once, and at first it was really, really slow, but then it got really freaking spicy and good, and I couldn't put that down. And that was one of the very last ones that was like gripping. Besides Apothecary Diaries, but that's more of a light novel for like Japanese manga, anime. I mean, they're light novels. They're literally right behind me. You see all those books like down below, right there? Yeah, those are light novels. So those are pretty good. I couldn't put those down. Rotate! Anyway, I judge a book by its movie. To answer, let's see, TV series. There's tons of TV series that I liked. I loved Blue Bloods for a very long time. That was on CBS with Tom Selleck. I freaking loved Blue Bloods. Jamie and Eddie were my absolute favorites. And then they got married and they made Eddie kind of a bitch, and that was annoying. Eddie's a girl, by the way. It's short for Edith. Just Eddie, you know? It's a girl. It's not some gay thing. I loved BBC Merlin. In fact, it ruined my Christmas in, what was it, 2012? And I have not been able to watch that TV show since because how bad it broke my heart at the end. God, that was horrible. Very, very tragic. I used to like BBC Sherlock. like this one.
Don't talk out loud. You lower the IQ of the whole street.
But then the last season was absolutely horrific. Absolutely horrific of BBC Sherlock. And then they never did another one after that. Let's see, movies. I really like heist movies and things like that, like Ocean's movies. I love that. Tower Heist, Italian Job. Those type of movies are really fun. Some rom-coms are fun. Just honestly, action movies that aren't super violent and not stupid. You know? Things like that. All right, let me go. You guys are freaking flying. I'm not a book reader, but that's why my stepmom has told me about books as well. I only read books based on true movies. Have you ever read Sabriel by Garth Nix? Nope, never heard of it. Have you read the Mistborn series? Never heard of it. All right, have you seen the movie The Craft? Never heard of it. Blue Bloods was so good. You see? Was freaking good. Okay, I know there's the spin-off one with Danny where he moves to Boston. Was it called Boston Blue? I have not seen a single episode of it. I have been seeing comments on Facebook and all that where they're like very, very split and divisive. And some are saying it's great, give it a try. And some are like, no, we want Blue Bloods. This is shit. And I gotta be honest, I can't really imagine why Danny and Sean would move to Boston. None of that makes any sense to me, so I don't like the spin-off whatsoever. Dresden Files is so good, even the TV series is so much fun. That was the Hungry Caterpillar for me. I had to know how. Tom Selleck is great. I've always thought he should have been the 89 Batman. Tom Selleck is a stud. Yeah, do it. Stream the elements. Tell them. Hit the like button. He was supposed to be Indiana Jones, but landed Magnum P.I. first. Really? Tom Selleck was going to be Indiana Jones? Fish Chamber's Secrets full cast on Audible. I thought Kit Harington did a great job as Lockhart. Good, awesome. That Sherlock show is Reddit on crack. Sherlock is best to stop at season 3. Exactly. Like, you don't even go to season 4. That's it. Like when Sherlock was it drunk at Watson and what was her face name? Mary's wedding? That was funny. And like Dean Thomas, Alfie Enoch was in Sherlock too. Ever seen Heat? Best heist movie. Maybe? Blabs Life, the Ocean movie. I've actually not seen that one. That's the one I've not seen. I don't really... No, it's really... I read the synopsis on like Wikipedia and I thought it very unoriginal that it was like George Clooney's Ocean's sister doing all this game. Like, that's not original. That's just blah. You know? Anyway. So yeah, I've not seen that one. Oh my god, you guys are freaking jumping here. Have you watched Magnum P.I.? Yeah, I've seen a couple episodes. My parents have the whole box set. I actually bought it for them for Christmas once years ago. I bought them the entire box set of Magnum P.I. Alright, let's see. Heat, directed by Michael Mann, Robert De Niro, Val Kilmer, Al Pacino. I don't think I have seen it then. I can't say that I have. Okay, the good Magnum P.I., not the crappy remake. I've also seen the crappy remake. In fact, I've actually seen more episodes of the crappy remake than the original one. But that's not saying much. I've only seen maybe like 15, 20 episodes of the crappy one. I was not that impressed by it. Yeah. Ocean's 8 was terrible. They play like Danny's Ocean was killed off screen. Really? Oh. No, I don't like that. They totally ruined that. In fact, I read on that Wikipedia that like Matt Damon apparently filmed a cameo for Ocean's 8. And I think it was cut. So that's interesting, right? I'm not impressed by most movies or TV shows made in the last several years. Yeah, that's why I watch anime. I'm watching anime right now. That's basically it. Anyone here remember the show Sledgehammer from the mid-80s? No, wasn't alive then. Ocean's 8 might as well be retconned. Well, it probably was, because it didn't flop and everything. Like, nobody cared about that movie. Like, it's not even the fact that it was an all-female thing. If it's just not good, it's just not good. And you're purposefully turning something that was established and saying, oh, yeah, he's got a sister that you've never heard of for 3 whole movies. And she also schemes and does all this stuff, you know? Like, it's just unoriginal. It's just random. Like, if he has a sister, cool. Then she should have been introduced in the very first movie if you're going to do that. They didn't do that. So, Matt Damon! I just watched all the great movies and shows from 25 plus years ago. New stuff sucks. Yeah. Have you seen an anime called The Saga of Tanya the Evil? I have not heard of it, so no. Sorry. Murder by Death is a great mystery movie comedy. It's not politically correct at all, but it's hilarious. Good to know. I think they're planning an Ocean's 4th movie with Clooney, Damon, and Bat. Oh my god, if they are, dude. I hope it's good, because here's the thing. The first one was fun. I love the first one, because it had, like, soul in it. It was about getting the girl back, too, as well, right? And the second one was also pretty fun. I'm glad, you know, Brad Pitt's character got his girl and everything. But it really wasn't a heist as much. And then the third one didn't even include any of the girls in it. No Julia Roberts, no, what's her face's name? Catherine Zeta-Jones? I think that's who was in it, right? She wasn't in it. And it's just, it was, again, they're all fun movies, but the first one's always the best, in my opinion, so. And, like, they don't even really explain why she's not in the movie. It's like leave her out of it, like, she's out, we're leaving her out, we're staying home, we're leaving her out. It's like, why? You know? Eh. I just rewatched my faves, currently watching Person of Interest. Hi, Sly, thank you. Yeah, there you go. Rosh was Detective Sledgehammer. I don't know what you guys are doing, but you guys are having a conversation. I don't know anything about it. I got nothing. I need to get that clipped. I know Lilo Lightning has that clip. I got nothing. I need to, like, put that on my freaking board. Anyway, so yeah, I have seen Magnum P.I. to answer everyone's question. And somehow we got here with the question of movies, TV shows, and soundtracks, but here we are. Ocean's 13 was so orange. The color in every scene was turned up to 1,000. Okay, Ocean's 13. That's the third one, right? I always get the numbers mixed up. I always forget what they started on. Was Ocean's 11, 12, and 13, right? Very orangey. You know what? You are right, because I remember Matt Damon's prosthetic nose, and I just remember him being very orange. So yeah, that makes sense. I like the part when they ask the woman, what's that smell? And they look at the camera and say, must be Ocean's 8. What are you doing? See, even like Tiny didn't like that. Hi, Tiny. Tiny! Hi, Tiny. You're so rude. So rude. So rude. Nobody likes a rude bitch. Don't turn off. Okay. Would you move to Texas? Anyway. Now watch Miami Vice. That's one criminally underrated. I'm 75% sure Cecil with no sledgehammer. You're gonna have to ask him. Is that the Oceans movie where they mostly do a setting of old grievances with other rivals? Because if that is the one, I agree. Well, okay, so the third one is basically like Ross and Monica's dad lost a fuck ton of money in that hotel because he was basically outed of that hotel that was up and coming. And then the original villain teams up with like Clooney and all them to take down the villain and all that stuff. So yeah, that's it. Oh, look who's here! Hi, Rhino. How you doing, bro? What's new? What's crack-a-lackin'? How was your New Year's Eve? Did you get shit-faced? I feel like you did. I know you. You did, didn't you? Are you gonna play Resident Evil? I've never played a single Resident Evil game in my life. Fun fact. Also, why is this like so zoomed out? Hello. And there. Boom. Okay. Yes, everyone say hi to Rhino. And then, because he really loves it, send him a bunch of hearts and tell him he's gay. Thank you. It's January 6th where he is. Ha ha ha, doing good. Yeah, I was drinking. Did you get any bitches? Did you go to the library like I told you to? Have you gone to the library? Anyway, so yeah. You're gay. I didn't say you. I said the chat needs to do that. I like how he thinks I am. Okay, let's try again. Everyone needs to send Rhino hearts and tell him he's gay. Okay? Not you. Why were you laughing at your mom? I haven't been to the library. What did I tell you, Rhino? Go to the library. Bitches, see? Bitches love the library. Go to the library, Rhino. Get in debt like the rest of us. Dr. Robert Iger welcomes Rhino with open arms and pleasant feelings. Rhino equals gay. Well, you spelled Rhino wrong. It's with a Y. See? There he is, with a Y. Why are you not modded on that anyway? That's weird. Hang on. Please hold. I'm gonna mod your ass. Alright then, let's go here. I took the long way to go to my own channel. Okay, alright. Can we get there yet? A long way to go to my own channel. Boop. Okay. You guys just probably heard myself for a second there. Okay. Alright. Yeah, why? I don't know. Standard. Bitch, you've been knighted. Okay, there you are. Happy now? Okay. That should do it. You have been knighted. There should be a little knighting for you. Eventually. Hi, Ed. Don't ever play Resident Evil 4. Though I don't think you would survive it. I don't watch horror movies. See, look at that. You have been knighted. There you go. You're probably knighted on my main channel, and that's all. Was this starting salary to be a YouTuber? I don't know. Do you think I pay my mods? They're just my homies. Like, Rhino's an actual friend. I've met Rhino in real life. And Blake's an actual friend. I've met Blake in real life. They literally know my name and everything. They're homies. 0. Yeah. I mean, I guarantee you some mods get paid from like these really big live streams and stuff like that, but yeah. $500 mod appearance fee. Yeah, I'm gonna post it to you, Holmes. Arise, Sir Rhino, Knight of Dr. Robert Iger. Do you or have played the interactive Harry Potter DVD game? I actually have 2 copies of it, so yes, I have played the game. Maybe I should do that sometime. I'm always afraid, though. I feel like YouTube will hit me with the big bad copyrights. So that might have to be like a Rumble exclusive and then a possible re-upload. I don't know. It's mandatory to make fun of moderators. Wait, is it not Blabbering Collector? Well, that is the main channel. That one. This is Blabs Life, and this is not my main channel. Oh, must not be your homie. I don't know your real names. Yeah, you're not my homie. I'm sorry. Unlimited power! I'm a mod for the biggest Division 2 streamer, and I don't get paid, and I'm almost only mod. I've modded over 3,000 people myself. Okay. Have you been listening to the full cast Harry Potter audiobooks? They're so awesome. Also, you have been enjoying them. Can you hit me up and give me like a thorough review, Rhino? Like legitimately? Because I have not actually listened to them. I've listened to excerpts and like little things here and there. But no, I've not really gotten into it because I don't like listening to them without owning them physically. So, and since I already have them, I don't want to buy them again. Like I have the Stephen Fry OG ones. Maybe one day I'll get them. But again, I really want them to be physical, and I hate that they're not physical. I despise that. It's the same with which one of them is released only physically or digital? I should say digitally. It was Tales of Bill the Bard, I think it was. It's only digital. It drives me nuts. I want it to be physical. Yeah. Have you ever been to Iceland? No. No. Hello. How's your night? It's going pretty well. I'm pretty hungry though. I had pasta for dinner a couple hours ago, but I've gotten hungry again. Well, yes. Blabs is the front. None of it's real. She's probably not even a real Harry Potter fan. Yes. We can definitely talk about it, but you should get them. They are so good. We can't do physical because they're full cast voiced audiobooks. You can literally just put them in CDs, my guy. CDs. And release the whole thing. They've been released physically before, like CDs and everything, and cassette tapes. So it can be done again. It would just be a lot of CDs, and I'm fine with that. I want that. It'd make good content for you to review. Well, here's the thing. I'm actually still reading Deathly Hallows physically. I'm about more than halfway down with the book. And that's my first time reading them physically in like 5 years. I've always been doing audiobooks and stuff. People get paid for watching this? No. Gary Ryan said they're pretty good. Yeah, that's true. I don't care. If they like it, they like it. It's the same with Rhino. If he likes it, he likes it. You know, like I'm not gonna shun anybody for liking or disliking it. Rhino's hunger never ends. He's like Galactus. Galactus, I should say. I hate that physical media is getting more and more scarce. Yeah, it's very annoying. You ever read Chronicles of Narnia? I read like the first one as a kid, but I don't remember liking it, which is weird. And then I just never bothered with the others. It's on the bucket list to do one day. Just sit down and read them. There's a lot we don't know about Blabs. There's a lot we don't need to know. Exactly. You'll never know. You'll never know. Okay, everyone know. Hang on a sec. Let me get this one because chat was just bouncing. Everyone knows Blabs is an AI created by Phoenix. If you're watching Phoenix, I'm your creation. Sounds weird, doesn't it? Have you read the Aragon series? No, but my sister did. She was a big fan. In fact, you guys remember the brand was called Antioch? Antioch? Whatever it's called. Antioch. They make bookmarks and things like that. She had a couple Aragon bookmarks and stuff when she was growing up. PBS dissolved it because the Democrat Party propaganda machine. What are we talking about? I don't even know. I don't know what's going on the Rumble chat. Anyway, what other movies do you like besides Harry Potter? Well, we just had a big conversation about this, so you're gonna have to go on rewind because we literally had that conversation. And Death Star's yelling for Phoenix in the most weird spelling way possible. Physical media is all in box sets are bundled with other media. Yeah, I got like somebody had gifted me for my birthday the biggest Harry Potter set of like actual like an audiobook set. Hang on, let me find an image of it. It's in my files. Please hold. Okay. I gotta get back to work. I love you. Mwah. Have a good one, chat. You're awesome. Good night, Rhino. Well, I would say good night, but you're back at work. Anyways, work hard, sell those cars, and love you long time. Mwah, mwah. Is anything real anymore? No. Aragon went way off the rails after Eldest. Well, isn't it like, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but they kind of pulled a Star Wars with the dad and the son and everything, right? Right? So, anyway, let me see if I can find the audiobooks. Here it is, audio set. Yeah, okay. I have a really shitty image. There is a reel on my main channel. But here is this. Check this out. Whoa, that's freaking zoomed in, isn't it? Hang on. What is going on? Why is it like super zoom? It's because it's probably really high res. Okay, there we go. All right, so you see that? 103 CDs for 7 books. The complete audio collection. 103 CDs. So, and by the way, in case you're wondering how much that costs, let's see. Say how much it costs? It doesn't actually say it. But this is the UK one, so it's Bloomsbury. Doesn't say how much it costs, but it's pretty fucking expensive. I'll say that. I think it's like $300. It's 124 hours and 56 minutes. So when people tell me, "Oh, they can't make that," oh, they can. They can physically release it. They just suck. Okay. Anyway, bye, Rhino. Aragon went off the rails. Hang on, let me catch up again. It always was when they sell steelbook cases of games with no physical CDs in them. Yeah, weird. First book is so close to Star Wars, but I never read any of the others. It's very loose connection, but he was definitely inspired. Yeah. Anyway, hi, JB. You know, I saw that at Goodwill. Should have grabbed it, dude. It's worth a shit ton of money. Alright, hang on a second. I don't think I ever owned 103 CDs in my life. I actually have a shit ton of CDs. To excel, the sacred text of Blabs. Actually, no. No, I went to my File Explorer because I have a whole bunch of images organized and everything. Jim Dale version go, nope, Stephen Fry. This afternoon and now this evening, I've been getting National Sideways Hotline ads on YouTube. I'm blaming y'all's Disney thing. Oh my. Why aren't you playing Jurassic World? You said you loved it. Just because I stream? Oh, I guess we're getting close for this one. All right, camera. All right, listen here. Just because I stream doesn't mean I don't play video games offline. Literally played Jurassic World the other day. Okay? Like, by myself, offline, because I can't actually stream that game and talk to the chat at the same time. I get, extremely, tismed into it. I own 2,000 CDs. Thank you. All right. Tiny's listening intently. Close up, please. Camera has downs. That's so mean. She's got the downs. Enhance. Yeah. LOL. Exactly. So, there you go. But I actually do have, Harry Potter memes and stuff like that. I'm seldom home when you're stream, Blabs. Got to clutch a little. Clutch. I can't speak English. Glad to catch a little. Well, thanks, Plymouth. See what I did there? I can call you Plymouth from now on. Holy personal space. Yeah, she's pretty quiet playing Jurassic World. Exactly. So like certain games, I can't actually talk and play at the same time. You'll notice that in like Blabs versus stuff, which is why Craig and Phoenix are both there, because I can't actually talk sometimes. If I'm playing a video game, I'm very much like focused. It's the same with Meggy Moo 32. She and I are both like that. We actually just like play the game. We can't really talk a whole lot. Like we're focused. So. Third Aragon book, Brizinger, has one of the coolest depictions of an elf ritual celebration, plus a great example of why elves are vegetarian, because they literally feel and see the soul die. Good to know. You get locked in, yes. So what game are we playing tonight? I'm not playing any game. We're doing chit chat and talk, bro. Yeah. By the way, I like how you swapped accounts and platforms. That's funny. Focus. I think someone zoomed in when you said you loved it because it wanted a faction. No, it's got its mind of its own, that's all. It's crazy. Do you think Meerkat Mob is boyfriend material? Who's that? Like, I don't mean to be rude or anything. I don't know who people are. I live in a bubble. So there's actually a way to keep women quiet? Yeah, it's called give them food that they want to eat, be nice to them, and they will treat you well too. Just plain try to read all of the chat. Exactly. That's all you need to say. Are you Meerkat Mob? Are you trying to ask for yourself? Hi VTubing. I missed side scores earlier. I'll have to catch the replay. I hope you and chat are doing well. Thanks. I hope you're doing well too. Anyway, we do actually like have a lot of Harry Potter news, so maybe we should just jump into it. There's 100 of you people here for some strange ass reason. I don't really know why you're here, but thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. I learn about people from you. Maybe I'm not the best person for that. You know? You know? What do you mean, you people?
He's a knitter! Knitter! Knitter!
No! Background noise. Okay. Anyway. Interesting. Do you have any pets? So I used to have a dog. She died right before turning 17 years old, actually. So she died in April of 2024. She was my bestest girl, and I have not wanted a dog since because you can't just replace her. I have a turtle named Sophia. She's gonna be 27. Yeah, she's almost 27. When I got her, she was this big. I don't know why you zoomed out on me, homie G. I don't need to show, like... Does this work? Did I turn that setting off? I did. I did turn that setting off. Okay. Here. Enhance. My god, this thing is crazy. Ah! Okay, we're good here. I didn't remember that episode. The middle-aged witches were burned for being nerds. They didn't conform to social norms. I really feel like I need to just skip over Thomas sometimes. He's just an oddball. But anyway, hey Blabs, I have 2,700 physical games and over 1,000 physical movies, plus hundreds of books and comic books. That's a flex. Wait, what kind of turtle? I've always wanted a diamond back terrapin. She is a, what do they call it? Hang on. I always get this mixed up because I always swap it up. Okay, hang on. It's short neck yellow belly. No, is it a red belly? Yeah, hang on. Red belly. Boop. Okay. There we go. So it's called like the red belly short neck turtle. It's basically like from Australia / New Zealand. New Guinea area. Yeah. Yeah. And she's one of the very first of her kind to be, like, in captivity, I guess you'll say, where I live. So, where she, like, we don't know how long she can actually live for. But, in fact, she actually was doing really poorly in the last month or so. Because she had her eggs stuck inside of her, because there's no male. It's a female, but there's no male whatsoever, but she still lays eggs and it should just pass right through, and it's like, you know, they're not really they're not real. But she had problems and she couldn't pass them. So for a long time she wasn't eating and everything, but she finally passed it, and now she's back to her normal attitude self, and she like Gets crazy whenever it's time for feeding time and everything. It's pretty. She's got personality and she loves to eat bubbles. Yeah, she loves to eat bubbles. What is your least favorite game genre? I don't know. I never thought about that. I had a tortoise for over 35 years. Dang. Oh, like cool. I just looked it up. Yeah. You just posted a cartoon backing based on Puritans. Okay, anyway. Please consider Will Smith. That's right. Look, I'm reading my own freaking things because I don't realize it. Sir Pipwise says lol. Anyway, I have posted videos of my turtle on Instagram. I'm pretty sure I even posted on Plus ones too. But yeah, so if you guys are not Instagram, I should say Twitter. So if you're ever interested in looking up my pictures of like my turtle, whatever, just go to my Twitter and search like turtle or whatever it is. I mean, he's not dead. Well, it's still pretty impressive for 35 years. Good for you, dude. Good for you. Is that a sweater? Where? Where? I don't know. Man. I don't know. So yeah, they look cool. She's sassy. She's very sassy. So here's a fun fact for you guys. So I don't feed the turtle in her big ass like 90-gallon tank, because she's so messy. So what she does is she'll bite something that's floating, but once it's not floating anymore, she won't eat it anymore. And so it'll just be like a bite of one thing, and the rest of the residue or left over like bugs or whatever she's eating will just stick to the bottom. And so she clogs up the filter a lot more, and she leaves a lot more of a mess. So what we do is we take her out of the tank, we put her in this giant tub, basically, fill it up with some water, so there's some water in the bottom of it, and one also helps dry out of shell. Even though she has got like a ramp and all that, where she can just sleep and like dry off and everything completely, we put her in there, and then we feed her. So she eats inside this tub. And so she knows when you take the tub out and you put it in front of the tank, she knows it's feeding time, and she goes batshit crazy. It's pretty funny. She also knows what, like, follow the finger. So, like, if she's on one side of the tank and you can't grab her from that side because she's underneath the ramp or whatever, you go like this across the tank glass, and she'll follow you because she'll be like, that's food, that's a worm, and I want food. And then you just follow her. Like, she'll just follow and you just grab her. Boop. Yeah. She's cool. She's cool like that. Someone else had him for like 10 or 20 years. So hang on a second. So this turtle is at least like 40 years old is what you're saying. Pretty cool. Must eat finger. So your turtle doesn't hibernate? My tortoise does. Well, I don't have a tortoise. I have a turtle. So no. He sleeps under, right? Yeah, no, I actually have a turtle. Turtle. Aquatic. Big tank. Yeah. Again, like if you want to see videos and stuff, go to my Twitter and like search turtle, whatever it is. Or Sophia. You'll find her there. Anyway, for some ungodly reason, there's 100 of you on YouTube, and I don't know why. But anyway, slide finger to eat. Yeah, instead of like swiping right or left, you know, for like the bimbos or whatever, you just swipe for food. That's all you do. All right, but we shall get into some news, I think. I gotta swap my monitors. Boop, it's very bright, this tab, because it's all light. All right, hang on. Okay. I love those big tortoises that just try to ram everything. Okay. Is that kind of like in the movie Kung Fu Panda? I've actually never seen Kung Fu Panda. The music's great, though. Giant turtles can live 150 years. Yes, my tortoise identifies as a turtle. Okay. All right, guys. Let's do this. I'm gonna cough. Okay, that's better. I was dying. Blow. All right. Shall we do some news? I think we shall do some news. I think we shall. Okay, let's do this. First of all, I'm a little mini mic, but I gotta go and adjust my camera. I think it's this one. Nope, no, that's way too far. No, it's this one. All right. That should do it, I think. Look, guys, I'm a chocolate frog. I just gotta adjust my camera. Okay. Ta-da! It makes me laugh. All right. Ta-da! I like that. That's funny. It makes me laugh. It's the little things in life. I'm dying. Okay. All right, lock that. I'm going to do that. All right. Hello, Big Mug. If you pay my mom how to son conure? I don't know what that is. Ready for your close-up again. Precisely. Okay. All right, let's do Okay, let's do some news. So the very first one actually comes for Entertainment Weekly, and here's the thing, I've actually not read this yet, chat, so I figured we just read it together. Let me know if the side chat is annoying. I have it all pulled up so you guys can see all the comments, but I realize that's kind of annoying, isn't it? Let's see, can I do that a little bit? Here, we'll do that. We'll just do one of those. There you go. Okay. Alright, Harry Potter actor didn't want to be shackled to major franchise or trapped within the child actor role. And he says sometimes, okay, we can just go for the bottom of it. So this is Harry Melling, which, by the way, fun fact if you guys didn't know, but Harry Melling played Dudley Dursley. And apparently my camera is insulted by that. It's like, how dare you? What are you doing? Hello. I swear. You just hate me sometimes, camera. Okay, anyway. All right, so yeah, Harry Melling played Dudley Dursley, who is ironic because Harry is, you know, the name of the movie in the books, Harry. So it's just a bit ironic, but anyway. Okay, so Melling, 36, opened up how he doesn't want people to know him, which is why he's taken on such different roles post-Potter. It's very contrary to what this industry wants you to be, and that for me is the biggest compliment someone could ever pay me. I don't want people to have an understanding of me prior to, I mean, obviously I kind of fucked it up doing Harry Potter. I gotta be honest, I feel like that launched his career, so I don't really know how I can fuck it up when it, like, people know you because of that and you got a career out of it, right? Yeah, of course it acts up for you to... Exactly, it's my camera. What else is new? Please hold again. Yes, precisely. So Melling continued, but I really don't want people to have an understanding of who I'm going into a movie. I just want them to see the character, which is maybe why it feels eclectic, and you can't pigeonhole it. Melling added that he was a wee babe, really, when he started in the Potter films, but people hold on to that. Well, yeah, it started your career. I don't get this guy. I don't get it. Anyway, but yeah, to establish yourself so early as in this huge franchise, it was never a destination. At 10 or whatever, there was so much more to do. In a weird way, I knew that getting trapped within the child actor thing was not going to allow me to do other things that I want to do. Now I do theater and work with the likes of Coen Brothers, work in America, and do so much work in UK independent film. Well, hey man, he got a career out of it though. Again, he literally got a career. So I don't really know why it sounds like he's complaining almost. Melling wondered if he does so much because he had constant internal drive to keep going and don't fall into being pigeonholed as a child actor. Sometimes child acting can get a negative stigma. I just never wanted that to be me. I didn't fall in love with being in Harry Potter. I fell in love with the concept of people being many things, and that's the thing that I want to spend my life doing. That felt very precious to me and was something that I really wanted to have a go at doing in my life. Yeah. Then he says, even when I was doing Harry Potter, I was obsessed with theater. A lot of the more senior actors in the Harry Potter world were all these incredible stage actors, and I wanted to have that career. Then going to drama school changes what you want and coming out of the other side. But at the same time, Harry Potter is this huge, huge franchise, and I never wanted to be in any way shackled to it. I always wanted to have a really big career and try lots of different things. And then it just goes on and talks about, I don't know, I kind of feel like he's being a little bit ungrateful. I understand you want to do more than just, you know, Harry Potter. I get that. But, I haven't seen him do a whole lot. Like, I know he's in certain things lately, and he's done pretty well for himself, but I've not really seen him in a whole lot of stuff. However, I can't remember what I saw him in, but he was a good actor, so I'm not going to knock his acting skills. But, whatever. Anyway, this is something actually I think you guys will think is super cool. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, so there's this YouTuber, and I'm assuming he's Russian or something, but what he's been doing, I wonder, does it say where he is? Yeah, Russia. Okay. So what he's been doing, guys, is he's been taking Harry Potter Philosopher's Stone and using, like, Unreal Engine 5 and making it all new again. It is so freaking cool. Queen's Gambit for Harry Melling. Okay, good. Yes, that makes sense. That's what he's been in. But you guys gotta see this, okay? Look at this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead. Look at this. He has recreated everything.
That's quite bright, isn't it? Now you can cross the chasm and collect your challenge stars. I'll meet you at the end.
Look at that. All of it is just upscaled. This is like a legit remaster. Isn't that beautiful? is crazy to me. What this guy has been doing. Hang on, there's some other ones that I've seen. This is the one I just showed you. Let me see. There was one, I think, here it is. Look at this. This is one where he just has all the props and things laid out. So it's not even like in game, really? But look at all that. Isn't that awesome? Oh my god, it's so cool. And he just goes through, like, this is a 6-minute video. Look at that. Oh my god, so like this is the PC stuff, right? It's fantastic. Wow. I'm just like floored by this. I think it's amazing. Can you imagine if we actually got this? And here's the thing. The license for this game doesn't even work anymore. So, how would it even work? Could like he just do it himself? And then just put it out there for the world to play? Like, look at that. That's amazing. I don't know, I just think it's freaking amazing. I love this shit. Look at that. Is this the remastered version you talked about a few days ago? Technically speaking, yeah, it's the one that was saying it was all done on like UE5. Alright, let me see if there's another one we can find. So that's all he's been doing. It's so freaking cool. Alright, let's do this one here.
Hey Harry, remember me? Well, reason. My brothers Fred and George have something to
I
show
love
me.
it. They have all the original audio. Look at the floor texture and how like it's reflective with the
Come on,
lighting.
Harry.
Oh my gosh, so cool.
Hello, Harry. We can show you how to get
What
around
is Fred
Hogwarts.
standing on?
As a first year, you have a lot to learn. Follow
Alright, let's
us.
skip a
All
bit.
the means you can find and meet us in the
Oh my
next
god.
room. Climb up the bookcase,
Love it.
collect
So this is the
books,
PC
and
port,
meet us in the
obviously,
next
because it's
room.
different for PlayStation and all that. I gotta do the PC port sometime soon. I did that like in 2022, but I did it on Twitch and it never saved any of my live streams, so I gotta replay that game for you guys. So cool. So yeah, this is basically what it is. If you want to go check him out, his name is Matt Shad
Then press the
on
jump button to
YouTube.
jump across. If you fall down,
Here you go. That's his name, Matt Shad on YouTube. I highly recommend you check it out because like his shit is cool. I've been following it, I don't know, for a year now at this point because this was one of the first ones I watched a year ago. It was one of these ones. Yeah, and so he just posted that video 5 days ago. So freaking sweet. So freaking sweet. Anyway, moving right along. This one is actually a bit of a sad one. So this is from David Holmes. Now I have covered David Holmes pretty extensively on the main channel, which is, if you're watching this later, this is the main channel. But anyway, this is from David Holmes. So if you don't know, David Holmes was Daniel Radcliffe's stunt double in the Harry Potter films. He broke his neck for Deathly Hallows Part 1. So do you guys remember that scene in Godric's Hollow where Harry's fighting Nagini the snake and he gets pulled back, like thrown back in like from like into a room and everything? That's the scene that actually made David, they were practicing it and some wiring or technical difficulty went wrong. Mechanical difficulty went wrong and his nose ended up going right into his chest and he broke his neck and he's been paralyzed ever since. And he didn't even get to finish, obviously, Deathly Hallows because they filmed it Part 1, Part 2 back to back, and Part 1 was first, and it was like pre-production stuff because they were getting all the stunts ready. So the random kids room, yeah, so when he, like Harry's being like pulled in and all that stuff with the snake, yeah, that's the stunt that actually goes very, very wrong. So there's actually an HBO documentary about it. And obviously that HBO documentary left out some more raw stuff, but he actually published a book last year that has a foreword in it from Daniel. And even like Emma Watson and Tom Felton, like everybody was talking about the book saying, hey, my friend David wrote a book, you should go and check it out. And I actually have the book. It was a really good read, and I do have a review on the main channel, so I do have a review for the HBO show and the book, so I highly recommend you guys check those videos out. But anyway, he does an interview because, in fact, David Holmes is actually portraying Stan Shunpike in the audiobooks, right? So Prisoner of Azkaban is coming out soon, and you will actually be able to hear David Holmes' voice in the book, which is pretty cool. So David Holmes was just 17 years old when he started making magic happen as Harry Potter's stunt double. The talented gymnast from Leigh-on-Sea in Essex performed stunts deemed too risky. Okay, they're just going to talk about blah, 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 blah. Here's where it goes. I had the time of my life on the Harry Potter set. I was the first person to play Quidditch on a broomstick. I was filming a scene where Harry fights a snake, and I remember hitting the wall and my chest folding into my nose. I was fully conscious for the whole thing. God, that's horrible. Can you imagine? Ugh. I knew I had broken my neck. After the accident, I lost a decade of my life, but I never held on to hate and blame. So yeah, this guy is like, I follow him on Instagram. He's very motivational, I have to say that. And he makes you have another perspective on life and think about things in a different way. I own the fact that I chose a dangerous profession, and even though my accident was not my fault, I could do nothing about it. It was the job I chose to do. The hardest thing was the impact on my loved ones when they were seeing the trauma of what I was going through. I always tell myself that the stunts in those films are pivotal moments in the story. Harry Potter is a safe space for a lot of people. It's a gift for humanity, and I'll always be proud of that, and I don't regret it. There are kids watching Harry Potter on phones in conflict zones, and it's making them feel safe. Families connect and enjoy them. My partner Rosie, who I met 3 years ago, is a quadrileptic like myself, and those films got her through some dark times. I know the power of storytelling and what that was, and what that can do for people, and I can't think of anything more lovely than knowing that I was there for her before I even knew her. It took me to break my neck to meet the woman of my dreams. She makes me feel like a man. Damn, bro. And he says, I didn't sue, I wanted to focus on my recovery. And this is a photo of David as Harry in Prisoner of Azkaban. So, ugh. Hi there, I love the book about David Holmes. Yeah, it's a good book. That sounds horrific, but dude's a badass for keeping a positive outlook and soldiering on. Yeah, he's extremely motivational. I highly recommend you guys check out his book. Even the HBO documentary is pretty good. All right. The accident wasn't my fault. Very little control of the best way to navigate it. The experience of the character of Harry Potter meant so much to me. The studio said their insurance would cover everything, so I decided not to sue. Well, yeah, they better freaking cover it. They have a huge thing on their hands. I wanted to focus on my recovery. I knew so many people who don't have the luxury of an insurance policy, so I would feel like a sham if I moaned about my situation. 6 years ago, I was going in for major surgery on a cyst on my spinal cord. The right-hand side of my body is getting worse, and doctors can't tell me whether I'll retain my speech, breathing, and swallowing in the future. The operation was a huge risk. Unfortunately, it hasn't stopped things getting worse, but I survived. Before I went in, I made a short YouTube video explaining my contribution to the Harry Potter films in case I died. I speak to Daniel all the time. We're very good friends and encouraged me to tell my story. We released the documentary David Holmes, The Boy Who Lived. I have never watched it, but one day I won't be able to get out of bed and I will watch it then. That's tragic, dude. Damn. My acceptance of who I am has got even greater since I released it. I'm a person with a severe disability who has a platform, and I push for as much awareness as possible. People aren't aware of how difficult it is to live a disabled person. If me and Rosie moved in together, we would lose access to a lot of our support. We live in a society where disabled people are punished to love each other. Now, here's the thing. I can't speak on that. He's in the UK, right? So they got different rules over there, so I don't know. I can't go to a cinema and sit next to her because there aren't 2 disabled spaces. I can't visit my friends' houses because they are not accessible. I try and shed some light on these issues. I do what I can with what I've got. I'm always pushing for more from my community. Damn, bro. And obviously that's with Tom. And here they are when they're younger. Because, yes, David did body double for Tom. In fact, actually, David's one of the very few guys who's actually been like a Gryffindor student, a Ravenclaw student, a Hufflepuff student, and a Slytherin student. And he's actually been like an extra in the movies, too. You just never see his face because he's always hiding his face in case, whatever issue there is. So his face is usually hidden. But, yeah, he's been in all the movies, too. What's the name of the book? David Holmes, The Boy Who Lived. Which is a perfect name, actually. I'm playing Stan Shumpleck, the conductor of the night bus in the new audiobook of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, which comes out in January. It was the third movie I filmed, and I was actually on the bus as a stunt double for Daniel whizzing through the streets of London. I was honored when they asked me to audition, and it's really cool to be back in the Wizarding world. The character breakdown is a Cockney who talks himself up a lot, so it wasn't hard for me. I was there when the original lines were delivered, so it felt like a full circle moment. So that's pretty cool for him, like honestly good for him. For ages, I've been campaigning for a wizard in a wheelchair or disability to be visible in that world in some way. It's nice for the fan base that know my story that I've been included. I hope it leads on to other roles as a voice actor. My voice is still there and I can still create art with it. I want to remind people to wiggle your toes. And it just goes on and on and on. And yes, every single year he does do like a cricket match to raise money for the charity. And like a lot of the Potter guys are actually involved with it, like Daniel, Tom, Matthew, Alfie, the twins are sometimes there. And he even has like Merlin guys too. So like Bradley James and all those other guys are there too. So yeah, I highly recommend it. If you want to keep reading the article, it's from the BBC. It's called, let's go to the top of it. It's called Breaking My Neck on Harry Potter Hasn't Changed Me as a Person. So on the BBC, guys. All right. Here's another thing, though. This one's kind of sad, guys. So, did you know that Michael Gambon was forgetting his lines on sets? And he had to be, like, secretly fed his lines because his memory was fading away? So, RatedOnline.com can reveal Michael Gambon secretly recruited an assistant to whisper his lines through an earpiece as his memory failed, according to a new account by the woman who spent a decade hiding off camera to keep one of Britain's greatest actors working until the end of his life. The arrangement revealed by Emily Ellis shows how Gambon, then in his 70s, quietly adapted as his recall deteriorated even while starring in major television dramas and films. So, Ellis, 69, says she was brought in as an earwig. And by the way, let me move this out of the way. There you go. Now you guys can see better. An earwig in 2010, feeding him lines moment before he needed them, while officially posing as his assistant so cast and crew would not know. Gambon, who died in September 2023, aged 82 after contracting pneumonia following a bout of flu, had already enjoyed a career spanning more than 5 decades on stage and screen. By the time Ellis joined him on David Hare's Page 8 for the BBC, his fear of forgetting lines was acute. She said he was clearly scared. The old brain was no longer working. That's tragic. But at that time, it's like, why not retire and enjoy your life, you know? Apparently, though, he had like a mistress. He was also married and had children, but had a mistress, so got to this. Anyway, the system continued for 9 years from British television to international locations. On the Sky drama Fortitude, filmed in Iceland, Ellis said the reality became harder to conceal. The longest we were away was on Fortitude in Iceland. In a very small crew, in a very small place, I was revealed. When the earpiece connection failed, Gambon would panic, calling out for help as heard the words vanished. It's tragic. Sounds like Bruce Willis. It does, doesn't it? It 1000% does. Ellis recalls Gambon as a playful, mischievous, and occasionally insecure. She describes him as a towering figure who delighted in physical comedy and practical jokes, even as he depended on reassurance between takes. Ellis added he needed constant encouragement. His performances were landing as intended. Her new biography, The Great Gambon, collects stories from decades of work, including his time as Albus Dumbledore in the Harry Potter films. And then it just goes on and on and on. But basically the painful thing about this was that I didn't know this guy, so I had no idea that he was being fed like all of his lines through an earpiece. So that's pretty tragic. Fortitude was a great show. I've not seen it, so but yeah, that's crazy. Now here's where we get to some, I guess, HBO news along with some merch news later on. But Harry Potter's Warwick Davis. Why are you blinking at me, camera? Don't do that. Anyway, Harry Potter's Warwick Davis. The series is very faithful to books. More depth and more detail. And I gotta be honest, I'm calling bullshit on this. And why am I calling bullshit on this? Hang on.
Snape is white, fucktards!
That's why. I'm just saying. As he reprises his role in HBO's upcoming Harry Potter series, Warwick Davis recently teased how the show differs from the films. The BAFTA honoree who returns as Professor Flitwick has, after originating the role in the films, explained that the episodes are very faithful adaptations of the J.K. Rowling fantasy book series. And here's what he has to say. I'm working on it at the moment, but I can't really tell you anything other than we're retelling these wonderful stories, but with more depth and detail than has seen before. They're very faithful adaptations of the book. I don't really believe that for a second. Thank you for the bread, Conductor Jackson over on Rumble. How's Warwick feeling about the faithfulness of the Willow series? That's what I want to ask you guys. So, like, I heard the Willow series was an abomination. In fact, that's why it was, like, removed from Disney+. So anyway, Davis continues saying, we're obviously telling the same story, so there are similar moments that we're experiencing as actors on the set. But it's weird being back in the same studios again, doing it all again, because Leavesden is where we shot the films. After pulling triple duty as Professor Flitwick, a goblin bank teller, and the voice of Griphook in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Davis appeared in all 8 of the film adaptations. While he reprises his role as Flitwick in the series, Lee Gill will play Griphook. So yes, he's only going to be playing Professor Flitwick. He's not going to be doubling it up as he once did. But I don't know. Here's the thing. I love Warwick Davis. I do. And in fact, I actually mentioned it here from this person who says, didn't he also, can you guys see this? Oh, you guys can't even see that. Hang on. Let me bring it back. Boop. It's from this person right here. It says, didn't he also say the Willow series was good? Bro was all about the DEI changes to beloved IP. And I say shame too, because he's such a Chad, except for his DEI ideologies. Like, I think this guy is amazing. He's a fantastic actor. He's been dealt like a short, not the best life or whatever. And plus his wife just died too in the last year or so. So like, I feel for the guy. I think he's a great actor. And the fact that he like cares about his fans, he's got the signature shop. And I think that's really, really cool. An official and original, authentic way to get merch from like celebrities and stuff. Like good stuff. Like he cares. But when you tell me that it's gotta be faithful, but then we have fucking Papa Isidore with Snape, something's not right here. In fact, I think it's here. So this is the reply to name a bigger downgrade. This is a downgrade. Holy shit. Because
Snape is white, fucktards!
yes. You know? Anyway, let's go back. But in other news, I thought this would be fun to share. So I don't really like the whole child exploitation thing where this mom posts a video of a girl saying, I told my mom I wanted to read Harry Potter. She said if anyone from the Harry Potter cast comments on this, I'll buy you all the books. So here's the thing. The Harry Potter actors actually commented on this, that's why I think it's funny and cute. So it says Devin Murray, which played Seamus Finnegan in the Harry Potter movies, says, sorry, Mom, guess you have to buy her all the books now. Enjoy them all. Stanya Nevsky, who is Victor Crumb. All right, let me add some hype for the 4th book then. Greetings from Durmstrang and Happy New Year. And then there was this comment right there. So there's that. But there was other ones too. There was Afshan, who actually commented on here too, but she's gone now. Oh, here she is. Afshan. Hope Mom bought you them all. Enjoy the magic, my love. She played Padma Patil in the Harry Potter movies. So there was a couple of them in there that were some actors. Oh, what the fuck? Did this account just go private? What the shit? Oh, that's so weird. It just said it was private for a second. I must have hovered over somebody else. Anyway, I think it's kind of shitty to exploit your child for this little social media expert, but I do like the celebrities commented saying, buy the books. I think that's cool. I like that. So there you go. Okay, moving right along. Did you guys know, this is like a quick hit. We don't have to read the article because I already read it. Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 1 is like a surprising streaming sensation. Everyone's watching it. The end, moving right along. Okay, time for some merch, everybody. I know this one's not the most popular segment, but I'm still going to do it anyway. Okay, Jim Shore is now going to be working on a Chamber of Secrets line, and he's made Dobby. So I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this. I know the people watching right now, you guys aren't really into the whole merch stuff, so this is for like the comment section later on. And then they have this cool little statue from Italy. Just a fun fact. It comes in this. This is from the Corriere della Sera, so that's cool. And then, did you guys know that Colgate, yes, freaking Colgate, has made Harry Potter toothbrushes? They're like $5.99. You can buy them at Target. They made them in different house colors. So they have it in Gryffindor, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff. And then, like, this one's just like a house crest, like a normal one. So technically speaking, there's 5 of them. There you go. There's that. But now let's go back to the actual HBO show. Because, look how cute this is. Dean Thomas meetup. It says Dinos, but it's Dean Thomas. It's in Portuguese. Actor Elijah Ocean, who will play Dean Thomas in HBO's Harry Potter series, ran into actor Alfred Enoch, who played Dean Thomas in the Harry Potter films, by chance on the subway while heading to an Arsenal game. So this is a little photo, and it says, when Dean meets Dean, how crazy it is to have bumped into Alfred Enoch on the way to the Arsenal vs. Aston Villa game. So that's kind of cute, right? It's like 2 little Deans. You got the OG, the greatest of all times, Chad, because he's just beautiful anyway, Alfred. And then you got new Dean right down there. So there you go. All right, now we saw this one already. Now here's another thing. So HBO has now returned back to filming after the Christmas break. But there's no leaks or rumors or anything. There's literally nothing whatsoever. There's like no news going on at all because it's all inside the studio, so there's no leaks whatsoever. But he does actually raise a great point. And I kind of want to know what you guys have to say. So he says, random things I wonder about. What will be the percentage of people who will consume the Harry Potter series without really knowing anything? Remembering that there will be people, I think this portion is large, who only watch the movies and will be shocked by how much was left out. And I definitely wonder, because there's going to be just tons of people who just watch the movies only, and they'll be like, no, well, this never happened, actually, and they'll just start telling you, like, oh, this is what's supposed to happen, this is what's supposed to happen. But then again, you got to also think that HBO is expanding the lore and filmed a whole bunch of scenes with, like, Nicholas Flamel and, you know, Black Snape and all this other stuff that you got to wonder, like, how many people are going to tune into this? If they're going to be interested or not, right? So that's my question for you guys. I'd love to know all your thoughts before. For some reason, there's some weird stuff going on in my chat. Harry Potter merchandise and electric toothbrush obsessed much? Yes. I'm letting you guys all know that this stuff happens. So anyway, Dino Thomas would be sick though. So anyway, that is basically the conclusion of Wizarding World Roundup as of January 5th, 2026. The end. Okay, for the movies. I don't know what you're on about. What are we talking about? Honestly, part needs to be as long as Lord of the Rings after book 2. Okay, that's fair. Well, the thing is, though, let's do this. Look at that. Hang on, let's do position 1. That's better. All right, so there was, like, some unedited stuff from, like, the first few movies. And I don't know how true this is. So I do remember that James and Oliver Phelps once said that there was like 3 or 4 hours of footage filmed for the first movie. So I'd love to see if there's director's cuts, right? Because I'm sure tons of stuff made it to like the cutting room floor and it was left. So yeah. If you pace a movie well, you won't notice a 3-hour movie. That's also fair. That's also fair. Kids would have watched the longer films and would stand by it. No, I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing. I tanked it in for like an over 3-hour movie. Webcam doing better? No, it's still doing whatever it wants to do whenever it wants. Okay, I personally haven't heard anybody talking about HBO series besides established fans of either the books or movies, but I guess we'll get a better idea of the hype once the marketing kicks in. Well, here's the thing. I already know they're going to gaslight, because they already gaslight people right from the start when they were saying, oh, we're going to have like a very accurate show, and that they purposely said that Snape was going to be the correct age. They purposely said that. What they didn't say was he was going to be the right race. And then they're like, oh, we're going to make a faithful adaptation and everything. So they already started gaslighting the fans. And then they turned off comments when they announced Papa as it is. So like, we get ready for the gaslighting. It's going to be super fun. Super fun. Release the Columbus cut. Oh my god, why do you hate me so much, Tiny? Why you like that? Like, what? Why? The fuck. Look. There. I'm gonna set that one as that. Okay. Movies always leave other parts of the universe, so there'll always be lore or other stories from the books. Snape was clearly black before a certain age. Accurate. Exactly. And thank you again for the raid, Conductor Jackson. I appreciate it. So yeah, guys, that is basically all that I had to chit-chat about. I figured I'd go live and just chat? Well, that's unfortunate. I wouldn't want to chat with you guys. I just want to chat with you, though. She knows your views. Enjoy the comedy. I can't even say her name because she'll listen. Gaslighting will definitely be bad in a lot of ways. Yeah, I expect a lot of gaslighting to happen. It's not going to be very good. It's going to be tragic, actually. All right. Ugh. Shatting. Yeah. What? Good stream, Blabs. My son was lurking. He's a Harry Potter fan. Awesome. Tell his friends. I need subscribers. I want to hit 10K. Thank you. JD, there's a difference between doing that and ripping out positive subplots that are integral to the main story. True. I'm looking forward to a new audiobook more than HBO series. That I actually agree with, too. I'm really looking forward to hearing people's perspective on Keira Knightley's Umbridge. I think that's really cool. Also, the actress, I can't remember her name, but the actress who they cast for the Audible Bellatrix Lestrange, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So, yeah. I wish they stay true to the books. Don't we all, man? Don't we all? Oh, the stream is in. I just caught the end of it, I guess. Sorry, bro. You did. Everyone be labeled racist when it bombs. The thing is, though, I don't think it's gonna bomb. I think that it might actually do well. When I was stuck at home during COVID, I watched most of the Harry Potter movies for a whole month on Sci-Fi Channel. There you go. What does YouTube give you for 10K subscribers? Absolutely nothing. Blade Runner the books is better for simply the fact the movie took for simply the fact the movie took out the mercerism element. Do you have an idea for 10K video? I do. I won't tell you though. Haha. And that's a huge part of the book which gives the story depth. So yeah, anyway guys. I feel like I owe you guys an asset for listening to me ramble. So here's an engine for you.
One little, two little, three little engines. 4 little, 5 little, 6 little engines. Uh-oh, sorry, that one was a half-breed.
Sorry, that one was a half-breed. Okay. Anyway. The best one. I figured it was. You're all welcome. Okay, guys. Well, I do need to do a second Lego stream because I have like the rest of the Legos just sitting there. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Oh no. Speaking of half-breeds, what's up, Mike? Well, this is awkward. How you doing, Mike?
He's a knitter! 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 No!
Hey, man. How you doing? What's new? Oh, just halfling around. All right. I hope you halfling have the time of your life. Teehee. Oh, that's wild. Okay. My knitter. I don't know why TTS didn't go off. I don't think TTS is set up for direct donos. But I did just see it in an email. I see it in an email. You want a message? Let's see. I can read the message out loud. There isn't any message. I don't see any message. Let me check. Sorry, dude. I don't see any message. I don't know why TTS doesn't work with PayPal. That is weird. Or Streamlabs, I should say. Yeah, there's no message here. So that's probably why. But thank you for the 5. Okay. Alright. Anyway, thank you, Mike, for saying hi. That's hilarious. The cartoon animal said a bad word. It's true. It's true. PBS Arthur taught me how to spell aardvark with that song. A-A-R-D-V-A-R-K. And they did do like a whole little spelling bee thing. Yeah. That was great timing. It was. Here we go. I said you were just talking about Warwick Davis. He hosts a game show in the UK called Tenable. It's actually really good. He had to hold off on hosting for 1 year though because he had a stroke. He had a stroke too? So his wife died and he had a stroke? God damn. Jesus. At the CBC. Canadian Broadcasting Corporation? What are we on about? Did I miss something? I'm so confused. Anyway, alright guys, I'm probably gonna go because I need to stretch. And I need to go and upload this video now. Okay, Warwick's life is short. It's very good. Oh yeah, the book. I want to read the book. I want to read that. That taught you how to spell aardvark. Well, why would I learn the CBC? I didn't grow up on the CBC. I'm not Canadian. I don't know why people think I am. I'm sure Mike will be like, oh, she's Canadian, but I watch PBS like an American. Cool little American. Anyway, guys, thank you all very much for being here. For some reason, there was like over 100 of you on YouTube at one point, which is wild, but thank you. And you can get a snack. Exactly, I'm gonna go get a snack, and I'm gonna go and right into that video. All right, guys, I appreciate you all. Sometime this week, I'm gonna finish the Lego. We're gonna finish the Lego. We're gonna do it. All right, thank you all. You're all very, very cool, and I will see you all next time. Bye.